Critical Affection, where we affectionately criticize the pop culture that we love. I'm your host, Sarah, and this isn't sustainable. Brian, though. Brian's here, and Brian is sustainable. But 2 cats on the lap for the show is not sustainable. So...
We'll be outnumbered soon.
I already am. Today we're talking about Enola Holmes, and I think that Amanda requested this one, and she'll be here in some capacity. We'll see how she shows up, but yeah, it's good times. You know, never a dull moment in either household. This doesn't feel good at all. I want you to know this. We're just biscuiting.
Doesn't matter.
Just biscuits and just claws in flesh. It's no fucks.
Shh, just be soft.
No cares.
Just be softer.
Look at it.
Silent.
You can see the claws.
Be soft. Just be soft. Comfort me.
Do you see this? This is a really good resolution. Do you see you can see the individual claws tearing into my flesh.
Katie, not too hard or it gets bloody.
Anyway, well, I can reach. There we go. I'm doing the thing. Ah! Okay, now they're both gone all of a sudden. Woo, that was fun.
Okay, humans outnumber cats again.
Oh my god. Okay, so we're talking about Enola Holmes because why not? I think that's what I put on my announcement for the show this morning too. Was like, why not? Why the hell not? But there. Before we do that, I want you all to go and follow the pre-launch. I am four followers away from 100 followers right now, and it would be super because we're launching tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. Excuse me, I burped. 4 p.m. Eastern, and if I could get 100 followers before then, that would be super cool. And it's only 4. I'm at 96 right now, so I'm really close. Yeah. And I have a cross-collaboration partner with Ablaze, who is doing Valhalla Law, which you should also go follow the pre-launch for. And you can find that if you go... BackerKit's a little fun like that, but if you go to BackerKit's homepage, and there'll be on the left-hand side... It's wrong, like am I doing it there now? See, like, the camera's flipped.
I'm looking at you through a teleprompter, which is flipped again, so...
Oh, nice. Well, anyway, as you're looking at the screen, it'll be on the left-hand side. This is my left, but this is the left when you're looking. Anywho, it'll stay. Look for Printopia 2025, and you can follow all the projects that are in Printopia 2025, which there's like 30-ish of them, I think. So yeah, there's a lot. And my group is Nightfall, which they split it up into 4 groups. Which Nightfall is for like adult readers, spicy stuff, and mature themes. Not just sex, but also, extreme violence or like heavy themes. So there's somebody who's got a book of artistic nudes. It's really pretty. And then there's a lot of kids stuff in other groups, but my group is the biggest. It's interesting, right?
I guess that tells us what the market wants.
Yes. So. With that being said, there we go. Kyron's here. Hi, Kyron.
Hey, Kyron.
And Brian Asterisk. I did notice that. I see what's going on there, though. Nice.
So nobody gets confused.
Yeah, oh, I see. Perfect. Yes. Because I was. All right. So
now we know.
We are talking about Enola Holmes. Enola Holmes. And I heard so that we've got Enola Holmes 2, and I hear that there's an Enola Holmes 3 maybe happening. That's cool.
Crop up in my search results.
Yeah, that's fun. And I hadn't watched. Yeah, for sure. I watched the first one again earlier because I hadn't watched it in a while. And I forgot how fun it was. It's a very Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, like it's a Sherlock Holmes, but the main character is a woman. Gasp.
Gasp.
And both of the
pearls.
Oh, I should have worn pearls so I could clutch them. I don't have any pearls. Anyway, yeah, both of them are very feminist, woman forward themed. And one of them's even
not obnoxiously so.
No. But like it's there. Like you can't remove that from the movie or else you don't have a movie. And
certainly not the same.
Yeah, no kidding. I forgot what a dick Mycroft is in this one. He's just kind of weird in every other iteration that I've seen, but he's such a dick in this one. Yeah,
and props to the actor, because the way he plays it, you're just like, man, what a dick. Not like, oh, you're hamming it up, dude. You're like, what a asshole.
No, you're like that character's. You're not going. That guy's playing a dick. It's like, no, that guy is a dick.
Yeah,
he was very good. He's very good. They're all actually. I think all the actors were really good in this. I liked everybody. What are like opening thoughts? Like, what do you have to say? Yeah.
It doesn't have that Sherlock-esque of like everything is kind of by the book. It's a formula, and you can see most of the clues, and then at the end, Sherlock reveals extra clues that you were not privy to and says, and this is why so and so is the murder. Like, this is more fun. It flows really well, and it doesn't get bogged down in the formula. Well, at least the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle formula. Yeah, it's different but recognizable in a really good way.
Yeah, so, exactly. Yeah, that's basically what I have to say. It's a very fun movie, highly watchable, feminist without it being shoved down your throat. Like, it's there, and it is a strong part of this movie, but it's not overly. The train is so loud today. That's very distracting. It'll go by in a second.
Oh, it just muted you. Like,
there
I think
it goes.
Your
it is
program or whatever it is.
Yeah, my voice correction software, whatever. I don't remember exactly what it's called. It's called Chris. Anyway, yeah. When the train is blasting, it kind of messes with it, so that's fun. But well, yeah. So what
I live under an air traffic lane, and I'm in the top floor of a building. So yeah, I get it.
Awesome. Yeah, like we're on top of the train tracks. I used to live in a house, like a shitty, like this house was like made of sticks and it was held together by duct tape. It was a shitty
wolf came
house.
And blew it down.
And it was actually, it might have been roughly the same distance from the tracks that we are now. But that house was, it must have just been because it was so crappily built that I couldn't keep pictures on the walls and stuff because they would just rattle off. And I, like at the time, command strips hadn't really come into their own yet. They didn't hold things very well, so I just didn't have pictures. Yeah. Trains are fun, right? So, anyway, yeah, I agree. Very fun movie. Does follow the Arthur Conan Doyle. Arthur Conan Doyle?
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yeah, okay. I was right. I was right.
Yes.
Yeah, so it follows the Sherlock formula without being too obnoxious about it. And when I first watched this movie, I distinctly remembered, like, oh well, Sherlock, it's a Holmes show, so it's gonna be Sherlock's gonna come in and ultimately save the day, and he doesn't. This movie, it's all Enola, and then like not only that, but Enola shows up her brother a couple times, her big brother Sherlock.
My favorite moment is when they did that, but it was subtle and clever.
Yeah,
it was right at the end. You remember when they're talking to Lestrade? Lestrade says, like, Sherlock comes into Lestrade's office, and Lestrade's like, I have 2 questions for you, Holmes. And he's like, how did you figure out the murder? And then he lists some reason with a person's medals that they got in the Afghan war and said he couldn't possibly have done it. He was out of the country. And then he says, and second question, how did your sister get here before you? Like, one-upped him. They didn't even show it on screen. It was just that second, like, what are the question, Holmes? So
yeah. And like he was like, and Henry Cavill plays Sherlock, and he's so great. Like when he spun around, he's like, what? And because he didn't know, and he was surprised. Like, and it's canonically extremely hard to get the jump on Sherlock Holmes. So that was pretty fun. And then they tried
to ham it up.
Yeah, exactly. It was perfect. It was great, perfectly acted. And the last scene where Mycroft and Sherlock try to trick Enola into coming to the square there, and only to find that she did, and Sherlock, the great Sherlock Holmes, could not find her in the crowd. And she was
master of disguise.
Sherlock Holmes. Right, yeah. And we don't see Sherlock do any of his Sherlocky stuff.
No.
He's just Big Brother Sherlock, and he even shows a little bit of because he doesn't even get credits. He gets a with Henry Cavill, so he doesn't even get top billing. But they what was I saying? Fuck. I had a really good thing to say too. Shit. Oh, they said the Arthur Conan Doyle estate. Hey, she's here.
Let's hope it lasts.
Staple.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
You look a little tired.
There's no cursing like a tech who's had their primary and secondary machine not decide to do the right thing. So much.
It's obnoxious, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Welcome.
Yes.
I cobbled something together. I had to like the one MacBook. I couldn't see where the control screen was to be able to change it to tell it to stop looking at the broken monitor, and start looking at the external monitor. So I had to do this game where I dragged my cursor down to the black screen, clicked and dragged up multiple times until I finally drew up the right one that would let me change it and say, no, use the external monitor only.
That is infuriating. I am infuriated for you. Oh my gosh. Yikes. Oh. Well, you're here now. So tell us what your thoughts about, like your overall thoughts about Enola Holmes are.
Overall, I think it's a good movie. It's clearly, because it's got the young female protagonist, that it's not really geared for the widest of audiences in some ways. Like a lot of guys would probably be like, oh, I don't want to see this. They did some Henry Cavill fan service by having him be perhaps a little more in the movie than Sherlock necessarily would have been otherwise in the books or to the plot line. But they were a little heavy-handed with the feminism plot, but it was actually kind of intertwined with the story of the mother and the daughter, so it had a place. Yes. But I know that a lot of people would be like, oof, that's a whole lot being shoved at us. It's like, well, it was a real shitty time for women back then.
Yeah, it was very strongly there, and that was right about the time that Votes for Women was happening, so, and like the upper class white ladies, exactly who Enola is, they were the ones who were spearheading this, like the public face, because like all the women wanted this, of course, except for the ones that drank the Kool-Aid, I guess. I'm sure they had a nickname back in the day, but the ones that didn't want this, but
we call them Republicans these days, but yeah, back in the day.
Yeah. So, what I was saying before was that the Arthur Conan Doyle estate sued this movie because they were showing Sherlock showing emotion, and that was the version of Sherlock that exists in the public domain at this time, and at the time the movie was made, had no emotion Sherlock. And I thought that was like, it was dismissed. It was dismissed with prejudice, I think, like for being frivolous and stupid, which I think it was, because like, are you telling me that just because Arthur Conan Doyle never wrote Sherlock at this time period with emotions means that he never had any? He may be autistic or whatever, but he's not a robot. He was never a robot. He was a person.
Based on the way that he wrote the character, and I guess to some extent talked about him, he did kind of want him to be just an all logic, no emotion automaton that could do the amazing solving. And I could never figure out if it was meant to be was above the emotions or just wasn't connecting with them. And you can read a lot into that. People code it as autism, sociopathy, etc.
Yeah.
But
it's the Robert Downey Jr. version kind of skews towards a little sociopathic.
Yes.
I think, anyway. Like, it's entertaining as hell. Like, absolutely watch those movies. They're great.
Oh, yeah. Or, like, the TV series with Benedict Cumberbatch. It's like, yeah. That they straight up talk about that part in a couple of scenes. Like,
yeah. Like, I mean, absolutely watch all the versions of Sherlock that you can, because they're all great. Well, okay, maybe not all of them.
The black and white ones from the 40s that are now in the public domain, I've watched those, and Sherlock is a bubbly character. Like, they just wanted to play him as a super charismatic person.
Well, that might have factored into why the lawsuit didn't stick then, because they could have presented that as proof. But like,
when they produced that movie, they would have had to pay copyright dues, so they could write whatever they wanted.
Sure, that's fair. That's
fair.
Followed
the books.
I know. I've not read all of the Sherlock. Most of them were, I want to say most of them were short stories, like from the Penny Dreadful era. They were magazines, like monthly magazine type stuff.
Serialized stuff.
Yeah, serialized. Thank you. I haven't read all of them, but I've read some of them, and he doesn't really deal with his family all that much in most of that stuff. So it stands to reason, and they show him being emotional in one scene, just in like slightly emotional, like the corner of his mouth curls up in an almost smile, and like that was too much emotion for the Conan Doyle estate, and they sued this production. And I was like, but wouldn't you be, even the most stoic of people, as long as they're not psychopaths, are going to be a little emotional when it comes to their family? So it was silly for them to think anything but, like, it would be wrong for Sherlock to not have emotions at all in this, because then he would have been a psycho, because that was his family. It was his big brother, little sister, and his missing mother. Like, that was all he had. Come on. And apparently at that time, Lestrade specifically says Sherlock works alone, so there was no Watson at that time either.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and to a more specific point, that piece of emotion was less about family in a lot of ways and more about acknowledging Enola as being an intellectual equal or protege of sorts. Like, because he doesn't really have a whole lot of emotion and entanglement towards his brother and his mother. He gets assigned the task of trying to find the mother, and that's really kind of the only reason he was.
Yeah, and only because Mycroft insisted, and Mycroft seems to be the one, in this version of it, he's paying all their bills, right?
Right. In this version, he's paying all the bills. He's not as smart as the other two, which is, I think that's more like the original. I meant to double check. I know that they've played it a couple of different ways where the sibling will suddenly be better. But yeah, in this case, it's more that acknowledgement that, oh, she is as smart as me, like the housekeeper nanny said, and likes that there is someone similar to him in the world, and being blood related is probably a bonus, but might not even factor for someone like Sherlock. So there's a little bit of that.
Yeah, agreed. It's
if I recall from the books, and Stephen Fry narrates an audiobook version, which is phenomenal.
Plays Mycroft in one of the versions of Sherlock. Is it the RDJ one? He's Mycroft in that too. Is that Stephen Fry? Yeah, I think he is.
He does a prologue or a foreword or something, and he talks about how he's always been in love with Sherlock, and how as a kid he would like save up his money to go buy Sherlock literature. But I think Mycroft was like similarly smart, but didn't care about the mysteries and was only interested in politics and working behind the scenes and just having power for power's sake.
Oh yeah.
Sherlock did not.
Yeah, and they very much play him as a kind of a greedy control freak in this movie. Like, he's a dick. I know, I don't like, again, great actor, because I don't like him, and I was surprised when I first watched this too, because I was like, I liked the RDJ, the Game of Shadows, I think it's called, the second one, and I'm pretty sure it's Stephen Fry is Mycroft, and he's so much more likable in that one. Although he's inappropriate in that one, but he's like inappropriate, like in an oblivious way. It's I don't know. You just watch it if you haven't watched it. It's on Netflix right now. Go watch it.
Were there 2 Robert Downey Jr.?
There were. There's the first one. The first one is about the magician
comes back to life.
Yeah, and it's the guy. It's the guy that's everybody's favorite bad guy and or assistant. What is his name? Shit. He's bald in real life, but he wear a very nice wig, a very nice toupee in this one. But anyway, yeah. In the second one, he actually goes up against his arch nemesis, the Professor Moriarty.
Yeah.
That's when he's in the second one. And Mycroft is in the second one. And
I looked it up because I wanted to know. In the original, Mycroft was considered to possibly be smarter and better than his brother at deduction, but he was not at all interested in field work or doing like taking and ingesting all of the knowledge. So he was like a specialized silo. People would sometimes attribute that also to lazy, and then they made him a stouter version of his like thin brother. So it was like the fat, lazy one that could have been better, I guess. Which, not loving that.
A little tropey there, isn't it? Yeah,
little tropey. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, there's the very word trope exists because that's like, would you have like every story has at least one trope, right? So
very likely. Know. I'm super curious hearing that they tried to sue this movie. Mm-hmm. If the estate has also sued the Beekeeper's Apprentice series, because in that it's it's a girl unrelated to Sherlock who's as brilliant as he was, kind of stumbles across him in retirement, and then they kind of becomes sort of an apprentice, and then they end up falling in love and getting married.
Okay.
There's a sex scene for Sherlock in that series.
I'm gonna go ahead and write that one down to watch later.
So I can only imagine that like caused angst and turmoil in the estate if they thought even a half smile from Henry Cavill was worthy of suing.
Interesting. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. They thought that they sued him. They sued the production for showing too much emotion, and they said that. Henry Cavill was quoted as saying that it was way above his pay grade in the legal department, but that they originally had him being much more emotional, and they scaled it back because of that. It still apparently wasn't good enough.
I think I can see that because the character was definitely not quite as assholey and withdrawn from the human aspect as you would see in some other series.
Yeah,
and he was engaged with his brother. He was getting scolded correctly by the woman who owned the bookstore tea shop, and like was emoting. It was subtler than you would see in other things. I really liked the subtler emoting though. Sometimes it feels like they overdo for conveying that, especially with heavy messages like that. It's like, oh yeah, you're a white dude and you've been complicit and happy as a pig in mud because the world works for you. And he did really well to show that dawning realization of, you're fucking right. And
yeah. And yeah, like I think that I prefer a Sherlock with a little emotion, like you're saying. Like it's not fun to have somebody that's the protagonist that you can never relate to in any way. Sherlock is smarter than everybody. He's smarter than you. He's smarter than all of us. He's like,
and he will be portrayed by a cardboard standee.
Well, I think the point of the lack of emotion and everything else was to give him that fatal flaw. That's why he has to have Watson be his human interpreter and provide that other dimension, because he is just fatally lacking it.
Also the drugs, yes.
His other flaw.
I was like, this version of Sherlock doesn't really do the substance abuse.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
We don't see it. Yeah, we don't.
Everybody was doing a little bit back then.
This
ladies' tonics were quite hefty.
Yeah, this just wasn't about him. So we didn't see like we were saying before. We saw so little of Henry Cavill that he only gets a cameo credit, not a full credit. So like that's which is good because this movie's not about him. And that's like I said before, I was fully expecting this movie to be taken over by Sherlock, and Sherlock was going to save the day. And when I started, when you start watching it and you see all this feminist messaging and like the fact that it's Enola and her mom, and that's it for, that's the core of Enola's life, is just her mom. And then her housekeeper nanny is also a woman. Like she doesn't have a lot of male influence, and she becomes headstrong and
was the woman. Yeah, they did a very strong, empowering woman thing for her.
And it was great. And then they come in with, like, Mycroft almost had to be an asshole. Somebody had to be the asshole to come in and be like, no, this is the way things are, and you will conform. Because that is how it was in the 1800s for women.
He was the one with the power in the family.
Yeah. He had all the money. He was paying the bills. He makes a point of, like, he's so overly consumed about the money too. Like, he's just to an excessive degree. I think.
I will like to point out that he had 16 years to visit and see how it fucking actually was run, but did not.
I know.
So I don't think it's to be that grouchy about it.
Yeah, like that's and Enola, she doesn't say it to Mycroft because Mycroft is such a dick to her that he doesn't even let her speak in full sentences. Sherlock at least lets her speak, and she tells Sherlock that you never came to visit until Mom went missing, and that's what brought you here. Like, we don't even know each other. Like, that's and I think that got Sherlock in the feels a little bit too, because he reacts with a little bit of I don't know, guilt. I don't know. He gets a look on his face. He messes his face up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know what exactly he's feeling because he doesn't say, but and because the expressions, like you said, are very subtle, but like, he had that coming. and yeah, Mycroft, if he was gonna get pissy about how the house was, what did he expect? There was like 3 people working the place, and then Enola and her mother. Who was going to take care of all this stuff?
He was paying for all of the people to take care of it. They just didn't exist, so everything
right, that's true, yeah.
So, I mean, don't get me wrong. Mom was embezzling heavily from the estate.
Yes.
Not good.
And Mycroft is probably going to be coming from government work, like if he's their version of MI6 or whatever, and he's like, hey, you go to this foreign country and do an operative, whatever, like, everything gets done with him just giving a command, and then he comes here and is like, this doesn't serve me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, he should have been coming back to visit at least every couple of years. Right? Like, I understand it's harder. Like, back in the day, it was harder to do that traveling. But they had a freaking train that dropped him off a half a day's carriage ride from the estate. Like, he could have come and visit every couple of years.
Oh, absolutely. Or even
London, right?
He's a spy master. Just send someone to check on things. In that era in particular, a man would not have necessarily just left it in the hands of a woman. Mm-hmm. And especially one who apparently was priggish like he was. So I would definitely have expected him to send somebody out to check once in a while. So in the movie, there are question marks there for that.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, he didn't really have, like you said, Mom bears responsibility for the problems to a degree, but also Mycroft has no right to be as pissy about it when he sees the house and its state of disrepair, which I don't think that it was like in disrepair. It was just like it was overgrown and stuff. So like it just needed a couple of weeks of good landscaping work, and it would have been fine.
Certainly destroyed a lot of antiques. And
that's true. They played every sport in the house.
Oh yeah, and those houses
should have known his mom was. He should have known his mom was like that. Like, that was his mom. He should have known that, and he left the first chance he got because he didn't want to be around her.
Not only that, but he said it as, I gave her 16 years to raise you here, and then I was going to basically come take it as my own. So he was going to let her be raised there for 16 years, and then either way, he was coming to kick them out to somewhere else, because one still supported one's family. But yeah, the money-making opportunity was now going to be gone, and basically, she was raising her to fend for herself starting at age 16, because she knew that is when the shit would be hitting the fan, because Mycroft would be coming home.
And Mycroft makes a point of like, he mentions when they get there and mom's nowhere to be found, that she's too old to remarry. It's like, you know all that about her and you were still gonna just throw her out? I mean, I like to think he wasn't gonna do that, but...
He wasn't just throw her out of the house, necessarily. Usually they either retire them to, like, the dowager house or shuttle them off to another property, but that's, like, the where the heir would live. And that would be his estate that he's, based out of, essentially, when he's not working for the government in London, of course. Mm-hmm. So... But yeah. He wasn't going to just make her homeless or anything. But once she goes to a smaller estate, and especially once he found out she was doing the embezzlement, she would have no other opportunity to make that kind of money in order to do the things she wanted to do. Yeah. That if you were lucky as a woman, you would get PIN money that would let you do, basic an allowance. It was an allowance.
Yeah.
And then you got a household budget, and that was it. And so you had to make do with that. You couldn't get a job. You couldn't do this. It was very difficult. In the aristocracy, it was very locked in. Obviously, for the lower classes, women were totally working and doing things, but the respect was not there. That's really funny when you see when they talk about, how women couldn't do this and do that. It's always a class thing. And they're always overlooking how the working woman was already, like, more than doing a few of these things.
Yep.
But they got no rights, and they made it harder for them to get ahead in the world, and they were still supposed to, like, chuck the money over to the husband or what have you.
Right. Yeah, this movie does an interesting, clever dance around all that stuff so that it brings it to your attention, but it's not like punching you in the face with the feminist narrative. It could totally punch you in the face with it, and it's strong. It's like, without that, there is no movie, because that's the plot. That's a huge. I mean, yeah, obviously the plot is Enola's looking for her mom, and then she's also trying to save Tewksbury for some fucking reason.
They're definitely doing the coming of age and coming into your own power kind of thing, which is good. And they sort of have to do the punch you a little in the face with it, because for that time and era, you had to be extraordinary to be able to step out of the misogyny and the patriarchy and be your own person the way that they're wanting Enola to be. Enola's meant to be a Sherlock, but a female one, and with more emotion, apparently. They're already trying to set her up with a boy.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they didn't, but they had the flirty, they had the will, they won't, they crap. Like, they didn't ultimately put them together, which was good, but also... did it have to be that she, because, like, she saves him, and that's great, but then, like, did it have to be because she maybe kind of likes him? Like, couldn't it have been because that was the right thing to do, and she was able to do it? Like, what?
That's really where it started. Like, she did not really want to go back, but she heard someone being murdered and is like, fuck, and did it anyway. So that part's good. But then it had to become the first boy she met when she left the estate is the one that's,
very Little Mermaidy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't even know. At least they didn't get married at the end of the movie. At least they didn't get married.
They continue their love story, but
is Tewksbury? I don't remember if Tewksbury's in Enola too.
Yeah.
Is he? Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to, I watched this one earlier and I was like, okay, I don't have time to watch the other one now. But now I really want to watch the other one to remind me, because it's been years since I watched them both. And that one, watching it again, I was like, this is a good movie. This is a fun movie. Yeah. I don't know why I haven't watched it since. So yeah, I forgot if Tewksbury... I vaguely remember what the second one's about. It's like workers' rights and more women's stuff, more women's rights stuff, like workers' rights too. And I vaguely remember that stuff. And...
Yeah, there's like 6 books, so
there's 10.
10, okay.
Nice.
They definitely have a nice range of material to keep going if they want to.
Yeah.
I
don't have enough time to read all these books that I want to read, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I learned that Enola Holmes is based on books, and I'm like, I want to read those too, and like, I don't want to read Bridgerton, but I feel like I have to at this point because I'm like advocating for the gross book. That story is. I like the show.
Than the others, so
yeah. Well, I was very. I got the Cliff's Notes on what the book about Penelope. The plus size girl. Yeah, she gets a much better story in the show than she does in the book, because the book's version is just, it's just,
It's okay. Like they
Colin takes he yells at her for doing the exact same shit that he was doing to her, and then he takes away her big moment. At least they give that to her, the big reveal. They give her that moment. This isn't a Bridgerton episode, but like
book
it's
spoilers.
about the book. It's about the books.
Yeah,
we did already do a Bridgerton episode, and we'll probably do another one because there's another season coming out. But for now, yeah, just let it be known that I don't like Penelope's story in the books. I don't like it.
What I liked about the book for Penelope's story is that it fleshed Penelope out more and didn't just make her the little sister's friend that was love struck after the boy the whole time. They made her a stronger character who was doing her own thing and was learning to stand up for her independence inside her own family, which was, pretty fucking toxic. And then
Oof,
actually,
her family.
Caught the boy, but then realized that everything wasn't perfect and like worked through that. What do you do when you realize your partner is kind of an asshat who needs to like have a comeuppance?
Yeah.
And like he's not irredeemable. It's just, he's not on a pedestal. He's a real person. And we need to have a as they say in the South, a come to Jesus moment.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah. To your point, they do the character pretty wrong, and there's a whole lot of the fat phobia which was not as big back then. Like there was a thing for like the Sylvan chicks with the very willowy frame and long dresses, but the Rubenesque ladies, the Merry Widows who had some
Penelope would have been Poland. She would have pulled. In the Regency era, what's her name? Nicolette Sheridan. Yeah, she would have been drowning in suitors in the 1800s. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There was a term for like the shorter, curvier girls. They called them pocket Venus because they were a little Venus you could stick in your pocket.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, the shorter, curvier girls were going to get by just fine.
Yeah.
Later became Pokemon.
No, that's not how Venusaur started.
Oh, no. Okay. Anyway, yeah.
Anyhow.
So, I would like to read all these books, but I have a huge list of books, and I just lack time. And then when I do have time, I just don't. Because I'm overwhelmed with existence right now.
So it helps you get through chores.
That's true.
And,
That's true. I could do audiobooks, yeah.
Yeah, audiobooks for the chores and the walking and stuff.
Sherlock Holmes audiobooks recorded by Stephen Fry is like 60 hours. If you get that, you will have plenty to listen to for quite a while.
Nice.
And Audible considers that 60-hour collection to be one book.
Of course they do.
Costs one credit or $60.
Well, I'm going to have to see. I'm not going to...
Sherlock, or is it the Enola Holmes?
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle books.
Oh, yeah.
That's why it's 60 hours.
I have a collected works of Arthur Conan Doyle in a leather bound that somebody got me from a gift a long time ago, and I never read past, like, I think I read like the first 3 in there, and then I never read farther than that because I got distracted, like you do. And then I forgot that I had that book, so I'll just have to get it. I'll just have to pick it back up someday.
Yeah.
And there's 10 Enola books. That's, I mean,
Wikipedia.
As long as they don't if they don't screw it up, there's no reason.
Yeah. I wanna.
Millie Bobby might age out, but swapping it for a different actor would be fine.
Yeah.
Get some,
I mean, they do that. And, she's probably, like, eventually going to be not interested in those roles anymore, too. I mean, she'll want to do something more, quote-unquote serious.
Yeah, and both are fine points, but there's definitely an opportunity to make more, or you could sort of time jump to some of the end ones if you're really concerned about it, and then just, like, wrap it up so it becomes, like, the trilogy or the 4-movie set, well, that kind of thing.
Okay.
It'd be nice if they'd actually do that instead of just dropping it and then everyone has to go read the books to find out what actually happens. Like,
What?
don't set it up and then just drop it. That's mean.
Yeah. When did it say when? Because Enola Holmes and Enola Holmes 2 is out, and they said there's going to be Enola Holmes 3.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I am going to look it up now because I want to know. Is it happening? Yes, it's been confirmed in April, and oh no, it began filming in April and wrapped in June. So it's maybe a late 2025 or early 2026 release. And Henry Cavill's in that one too. Yay! Oh, looks like Tewksbury's gonna be in that one too, because of course he is, right?
He's the primary love interest, so yeah, he's going to show up. What I thought was interesting is that they did extend it so that the villain was also a woman, and an older white woman with power.
Yes. Interesting. Who is also she wanted things to stay the way they are.
Yes. To the point she was willing to bump off her kids and grandkids.
Yeah. The child, she specifically told Enola she told Enola, if you run into my grandson, tell him that I love him and I miss him and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, did she really? Or like, it was because like some people believe that hard and that they're willing to do that to their family, destroy their family like that, just for the sake of her belief.
Absolutely a family annihilator that loved her family but needed to kill them for the greater good.
Yeah. It's a trope. That's a trope that usually happens. Like a man's usually the one having to kill, particularly when it's a woman. Like you have to kill her to save her, right? It's a lot of that. And this was kind of a kill him to save him thing, but she mostly just wanted things to stay. She wanted to maintain the status quo.
And she absolutely didn't qualify truly because she wasn't then going to kill herself.
She was gonna get. She killed her son. And she was trying to kill her grandson, but her other son, the uncle, he must have shared her beliefs.
Right.
Yeah.
So, which they don't really touch that heavily on what that reform stuff even is. They talk about it, but they don't touch on it because that's not what matters as much as where's what's her name? Eudora? Where's the mom? And then save Tewksbury. Actually, find Tewksbury and then save Tewksbury.
Yes, and that actually worked in some ways because the characters wouldn't be expounding about what it was all about. They would just talk about it the way that when the big beautiful bill is happening, people just talk about the bill. They don't necessarily go into great horking detail on it.
Yeah, and like this was all pulled from historical record too, so like if you want to go see what the hell reform was in the late 1800s, you can go look it up. You can see they give you enough breadcrumbs in the movie that you could go look it up yourself if you're interested.
Yep.
And it doesn't, like, what this reform stuff is doesn't matter to the storyline as much as the stuff that they're actually showing us, which is why it's fine that they don't really go into detail. And they would that would have made it a really pedantic, annoying movie to watch too. I don't think I would have enjoyed that at all.
Yeah, I think they do go into a little more detail in the book, but it's not ridiculously so. There's just some little details that they don't cover a lot because it's not as pertinent to the movie. They need to move things along. Right. One of the ones that stood out to me was the big thing about the Tewksbury's hair was that, like, they made a big deal about he has these long, luscious locks that his mom loves and forces him to have, and they like call him a nickname that involves having long hair. So Enola shortening him so that he has the short hair was both a separating him from his mama boy tendencies and trying to show a maturation, etc. So that it had a lot of interesting significance, and in the end, it was just kind of her hacking with the knife being stand still.
And somehow that haircut came out pretty damn good.
Right?
What's up with that?
Surprisingly good with a knife.
That is not how haircuts work.
Cut hair.
That's true. Her mom must have taught her to cut hair.
I mean, that's fair, but
Yes,
no, man.
Good going on
Weren't
there.
they like Did they do that on the train? No, they didn't do that on the train.
No, that was
they did that afterwards.
It
was like you can't cut somebody's hair on the train. That's crazy. No, but yeah, they pretty immediately got attacked by bowler hat dudes. So
yep.
So they didn't spend a lot of time on that train.
What's his last name? It's
Langdon, something with an L.
Do not remember.
It's in the quiz. It's in the quiz. Anywho. Speaking of the quiz, I guess we should pull that up now because it's getting to be that time. If I can get there, we go. I don't have a sticker this week either because we decided to watch this movie. What was it, like Saturday? Yeah. And then I was like, well, there's not going to be a sticker at all because we didn't pick a topic. Because I forgot about it. To be quite honest, I forgot that there wasn't anything selected. And then I'm like, between that and trying to get ready for the campaign launch on tomorrow, I was like, yeah, this is not happening. But I am going to do an Enola sticker, and I'll show it to y'all. I figured it didn't matter because Brian was going to fucking win it anyway. So it's like, he doesn't care. This time. That's fair.
Bet you.
One of you guys is gonna win it because there's nobody else here today.
Right?
There's watchers.
There's some watchers, and there's.
But
I know.
Do they ever join us? No, because they don't like us.
Yeah, what's the matter with that? What's up with you guys?
Maybe they prove us wrong.
Play the quiz. Play the quiz and win a sticker. Yeah, I don't have a sticker, but yeah, again, I will definitely do a sticker and show it off.
A lot of good options for it too. Like there's the flowers and there's the different
pine cone. Do the pine cone.
The pine cone dog.
Very sentimental, but kind of hard to do, I would think.
Adorable though. I could do a pine cone. I think I could do a pine cone. And you just got to put eyeballs on it, right? Like it's basically all it was. And a dog and little feet.
The cotton stuffed into it. That would make it a little.
Was it
fuzzy.
stuffed in there, or did it just collect that stuff from carpet?
I thought it was just debris from getting dragged around for years.
Been stuffed in there to make it more cuddly.
Okay.
It could be. They changed the quiz, like the pre-launch page here. I'm confused. Okay, I think it's gonna be all right.
Okay, good.
I can't turn off the. Oh my god! Stop.
Can you just mute the window?
I was like, oh my god! I can't have that. But the fucking music's playing in my ears though, and I was like, I can't have that the whole time. That's oh my god, that would be so much.
That's
too much. Ah! Yeah. That's what I do. It's my thing. Okay. It's called the host lobby now. They did a subtle little upgrade.
Hey,
cool.
Maybe they fixed a couple things.
Let's hope so. My god, let's hope so.
Maybe stabilized it? I don't know. Just putting ideas out there. Make you think playable.
Yeah, no shit. Make it crash a little less for the host too. That'd be cool. So yeah, everybody who's watching, you can play the quiz too. Just go. You can scan that there code. Can I? Nope, I can't. I can't circle it with my cursor, but go scan that code with your phone or go to play.blooket.com, and then when it asks you to follow the instructions on screen and enter that 701824, which is that one number shorter than it used to be? Because I thought it used to be 7 digits.
Yep.
So yeah, they changed a bunch of stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, fingers crossed that it's a little better because I really I'm this close to paying for a service just because I'm so sick of this shit. I was like, I want stuff to stop glitching out. I want Amanda to be able to play a full game with a single login. I want.
In theory, I can. I just sometimes try the other way to see if it's going to work or not. And because you guys seem to find it funny, so.
Well, I mean, that is true. It's kind of turned into a thing now, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
At this point. It wasn't always a thing.
Yeah, I don't think
but now
the game crashing should be a tradition.
Yeah.
I mean, probably not, but it's
just my thought.
It's because of the browser I was using. The browser didn't like it.
We've both done it on our phones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's...
I don't know. I used Firefox on my phone. I don't know what you use.
You use Firefox? Ew.
What do you use?
I'm on Chrome.
Opera?
I'm on Chrome, but then oh god, it's so stupid. I'm stupid. I'm on Chrome on here, and then I'm on Safari and Chrome on the MacBook, and then I'm on Safari on the iPad, and then I'm on Chrome on my iPhone. Like, it's so dumb. If you're on Chrome on
running a virtual
everything,
machine, so I can still use Internet Explorer. It's fabulous.
what? Internet Explorer still exists?
No, that's why it's in a VM.
Oh,
Yeah, technically it can exist if it's siloed. Otherwise, it immediately kind of says, "Ooh, I'm out of date. You need to turn to Edge." Yeah.
Is Netscape still a thing? Can I use old Netscape?
Oh my god, is it? I don't think it is.
Pretty sure no, but there's some others out there that they do their thing.
Wait. isp.netscape.com. This is a fucking homepage. What? Why does that still exist? It's not the same. It can't be the same. This can't be the same. Hello, Ick. Ick's back. I don't know. Anyway. Come on. And he's back.
Katie.
He gave a little privet too, but I bet you can't hear it because Crisp likes to... It's not a human noise. It only likes the human noises. Anyway, if y'all aren't gonna come on here, we're just gonna start the quiz without you. So, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Ooh, different splash graphic.
Fancy. Extra fancy. Look at all the fancy.
Hey, as soon as you answer, it shows you the correct and the wrong answers on your phone instead of waiting to reveal.
Nice.
Yeah, it changed a lot of things.
You could cheat if you were in the same room as somebody getting the right answers.
Mm-hmm. You would.
You won't win, though. I mean, you won't win. Hello. May I help you? You're getting cat hair in my chapstick. You're getting ick hair in my chapstick.
Oof. No good.
Oh, no. We have a vacuum cleaner situation. And suddenly he's unhappy. So Brian hasn't watched this?
I watched the last half last night. But I'd seen it before. But haven't.
To be fair, yes. Yeah, I watched it again this morning because I was like, I watched it. I've seen it. I just saw it like 5 years ago when it came out.
Yeah. Same.
Which is cool. It's working slicker than snot on a doorknob right now. I hope that keeps doing this. I like that Ick wants to come be a part of the whole thing, but I don't care for the claws in the skin.
Star kitty.
Maybe I need to get little cat mittens for him. To be fair, honesty should be up there in the virtues. I hope that she taught a lot of honesty in her kids.
It would explain a lot about them.
Indeed. Oh, spelling error. by discussing yourself. I missed an I. It didn't do the little squiggly underlines. I typed too fast. You know how it is.
I know it is.
Whatever.
I don't think I'm gonna catch up.
You know, there's still time.
No.
Got one question left.
Wish you would tell us how many are left. Like,
Yeah, it says question 10 of 10 in the
yeah,
upper
it's-
left corner. At least on the Sarah's screen.
Yeah, oh yeah, it does on the big screen.
it doesn't show it on the little screen. I'm not wasting time looking up.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You lose precious points by the seconds that would expend.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, once you've answered, you can look around. Got a moment.
Sure.
yeah, but it should say it on the little screen too. It should say what number of question you're on, because you all know that I'm always going to do 10 questions on these standard quizzes. So
But when you're halfway through, or 2/3, it's like, fuck. How many more questions are there?
Right. I've already lost.
well, Amanda did kick the crap out of Brian on that one, and I
Good
will do a double sticker next week. I'll make I'm going to do a Enola sticker, and then next week
What are we watching next week, Sarah?
we're watching Birdemic, aren't we? I think that's next week.
No, that's not next week.
Isn't
That's
it?
Sooner the
that's
better.
October.
Okay, I gotta go look now. I don't remember. No, that's the next month. I was like a whole month away, wasn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap. Yeah. No. We are doing stop. RoboCop. That's what we're doing. We're doing
Yeah, the
RoboCop
80s
next
version.
week.
RoboCop. Okay.
Which that's gonna be a fun sticker to draw.
Do the big 2-leg walker?
What was that? Ed something? Is that what it was called? I don't know. We'll find out because we're gonna watch RoboCop.
Watch RoboCop.
So you're gonna do a
And-
sexy RoboCop, right?
Ooh.
Sexy.
Big old bubble butt. Holding a
Oh.
gun. Charlie's Angel style.
Yikes. Oh no. Sexy RoboCop. Now it's stuck in my head. How do you do a sexy? I'm not even like it's breaking my brain a little bit to like how do you do
Charlie's
that?
Angels pose. Big old bubble butt.
That's it.
Shiny.
Right?
Chrome. Just
Perfect.
instead of being that kind of gunmetal, gray, aluminum, shiny. So shiny.
Well, obviously shiny.
Maybe a little twinkle on the teeth. Award-winning smile.
Okay. Be serious. This is a serious
I
show.
was.
Oh yeah. So Ben Lacey's coming to talk about Shark of War, and then we're gonna talk about RoboCop. And I don't remember if Ben's got stuff to give away, but we'll tell you at the beginning of the show, so it'll be fine. And then Birdemic is not for another month, unfortunately. I'm not gonna lie. I'm weirdly looking forward to this because it was made clear from the get-go that Birdemic is a bad movie.
Right?
It was made exceedingly clear, and like I had to look up some images just to make the thumbnail, and I was like, oh yeah, like they leaned into it that it's a bad movie.
They leaned in hard.
The people who
It's like a
said
feature,
this
not
was
a
a
bug.
bad movie were in it. And like, the people who made it acknowledged, like, yeah, this
And, like-
budget was made from our pocket change. And
Right,
that
yeah.
kind of-
Yeah, and I noticed that there's a
We're
lot
not
of
hating on it.
there's a lot of articles about like it's a bad movie kind of on purpose and like dissecting why it's a bad movie. Like I was like, I'm gonna have to do actual legit homework on this one because I want to know what those articles say because there's
Yeah.
so many articles. There's a shocking number of articles about Birdemic specifically, a movie that up until like 2 weeks ago I never even heard of.
Yeah. This is going to
I
be
was like,
critical
oh, is it like
effects and film
Sharknado?
school.
And it's like, no, it's better than Sharknado because Sharknado is a shitty movie that was made with a huge budget. Well, a good big budget versus this one, which was made with like the change that they found in between the couch cushions.
Right?
So
But with a loving homage to Hitchcock. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so, but before that, RoboCop, and then we're going to talk about Firefly, and then we're going to talk about Sunshine, and then Birdemic, so we still got a ways to wait.
After we watch Sunshine, or
it's
Serenity.
Yes.
Firefly.
I mean, Firefly. There's god, there's so much to.
There's a lot of
without problems.
There's a lot of I absolutely love Firefly. I do. Even now, having looking back at it and being like, there's a lot to be critical of, and like Joss Whedon, maybe not the greatest guy out there.
That's an understatement.
Yeah. And I was like, but then like that's the what is it, proverbial throwing the baby with the bathwater. So
sort of, but at the same time, like all of the problematic pieces were there and coloring in. Like it's a series about basically Confederates.
Yeah. And I actually have a lot of I dug up, not just like not related to this show, but like just in general, I dug up some interviews with Whedon about like he literally did he was watching Confederate documentaries and he was like, well, what if the Confederates had won or something like that? Like he was like, what if the war was about what the Confederacy said it was about now and stuff like, and it just it gets really fascinating if you're into that nerd shit, like looking into it, like dissecting why that is, because on its surface it doesn't seem like, it seems like it's sharing some things with the Confederacy, but but that's like surface level. You start to dig deeper and you're like, maybe it's not just sharing the surface level stuff. Yeah. But it's not.
We'll talk about it then.
It's not a completely irredeemable show. Like it's not a throw it all away show. It has good points. Yeah, and I stand by that.
A loyal cult following, essentially, for a reason.
Yes, exactly. And yes, we have we have 2 more shows to talk about, or one more show to talk, whatever. Like the point is, next week we're going to talk about RoboCop, not
RoboCop.
Yeah. So
and we've got time.
Corporations are bad. Spoilers.
Say that again.
Turns out corporations are bad. Spoilers.
To be fair, that's for that and for Firefly, RoboCop and Firefly, and Terminator.
I paid double price for a pen today just so I wouldn't have to buy it from Amazon.
I found myself going out of my way to not buy stuff on Amazon too. Just like it's so easy to just buy it on Amazon, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna pay $3 more, and I'm gonna get my fat ass off up the couch and drive to the store that is too far away to walk safely. It's not even about walking. Like I could walk, I won't, but I could. But like it's not safe to walk. Is my point.
Yeah.
Because that's how cities are. Because corporations.
Yeah. You can find stuff on Amazon and then go find the manufacturer's website.
Yes,
Very
I have
often,
done that too, yeah.
You go there and it's roughly the same price and they'll have a coupon so you can knock 20% off or 10% off, whatever it is. As well as you hopefully qualify for the free shipping frequently.
Yeah.
And so it's worth trying to go that extra step to cut out a middleman that's not as helpful potentially.
It is. And I mean, it is so easy to just go on Amazon, but
super easy. And
you should try not to if you can. That should be your last resort.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough preaching, isn't it? You're a bad person if you shop on Amazon.
Fired up next week.
All right. Go follow the pre-launch for Luca. It's luca.definitearticlecreative.com, or you can go to backerkit.com and type in Noctiluca. It'll show right up. And just go follow my pre-launch because I am, as of before the show started, I am 4 away from 100 followers, and I want to get to 100 before we launch tomorrow. So go do that for me, please, and thank you. And have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you next week, next Monday. So bye.
See ya. Bye.
My shit's broken. It's broken. Why won't it work? Oh, there we go. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.